Hi everybody.
Hola.
My family's here with me, and as promised earlier today, I would show you some recipes on what I'm doing at home to cook from home and support all of us with healthy cooking. And some of you may not consider it healthy cooking. Yeah, got a new kitchen today. Thank you, the Thorntons. And anyhow, so I made something really amazing, and I want to share with you some of the stuff that I made for dinner tonight and give you some recipes to help you, bring in the goodness, because I know a lot of you are home with your kids or with your families and your loved ones, and you probably don't really know how to cook a lot because a lot of people eat out. So what I did here, I have some of it already going because we had a little bit of company, so I didn't have a chance to get it started. So, on the screen. So what I've made so far, and hi Joey and Tammy and Kai and Angela Matzel, thanks for joining. What I made in here for a little pickle on top is some pickled carrots. And what I do with that is apple cider vinegar. I try to get my kids to have apple cider vinegar because it's one of the tricky ways to get them to have it. I add a little bit of sugar, some olive oil, salt and pepper, sea salt and pepper. Everything is organic. If it's not organic, then it's at least non-GMO. But pretty much everything I cook is always organic. And a lot of you may wonder why, but it's really important to eat organically so that you don't have toxins in your foods. So thanks. Hi, lovely. Okay, so I did that and I made that already, and that's going to go on top of the patties. And what I started over here, I'll take you over to my stove. Now, my kitchen is not the cleanest, but I kind of started because my kids are starving and I wanted to get this going, and I'm going to tell you what I put in here. These are my tuna patties. Now, sometimes I do salmon and tuna. These are a little bit crispier because I shut it off. Bowie, watch these, babe. And I'm going to lower down that fire. In those, let me tell you what I did. I did a tin of tuna. I do line caught, no oil tuna. And it doesn't have salt or any additives, and I make sure that it's all ethically inclined. I don't always have the best way of articulating things, but you know what I'm trying to say. And so that tuna, I drain it if there's any water in it, and then I put it in a bowl, and I mash it all up. And you could do salmon as well. A lot of times I do the salmon, and I know there's the bone of the salmon in there, and I actually like that. I think it's really healthy. That's how I was raised. And I mash the bone in there, and I put it all in there with the tuna, or sometimes I just do straight salmon. It just depends. And then I add some eggs, and I add 2 eggs to every tin. So if I have 2 tins of tuna, I'll add 4 eggs, right? And then sometimes I add artichokes, which I was so bummed we didn't have them tonight. I forgot that we put them in the couscous salad the other day. Often tonight I added capers and very finely chopped a little bit of onion, not a lot, literally like a 1/16 of an onion, super small amount, with garlic salt, garlic sea salt, all organic. So it's capers, onions, the tuna, and then per 1 can of tuna is 2 eggs. And then if you add a bunch of veggies and you add a bunch of stuff to it, then you're going to want to add another egg. You're going to want your consistency, I'll show you guys, to look a little bit, sorry about the movement, like this. It's like a little bit runny, and you're going to want it to where you're going to be able to cook them. Oh, yay. And the pan's ready for more. Oh, thanks, Bo. So basically now I put coconut oil in here, and again, organic coconut oil. I'm actually going to put a little bit more in and lower down my fire. I have a helper. I got it already ready right here. I don't know if it's on the pan. Is it on the pan? Hope you guys can see the pan. So I'm adding a little more coconut oil for the next round. When I have everybody, all 5 of us here, I will double and even triple this recipe because the fam likes to take it for lunch. I'm making bigger ones now. Bo likes to take these for lunch. You can put them in a sandwich if you like. You could put them in a tortilla wrap. And maybe, Bo, you could clean that out for me because I'm next going to do, I think I cleaned it out. Is there any more to go in there or no?
No.
So, and then I make rice. I make rice differently than other people make. I know that a lot of you guys like to do rice cookers and what have you, but I was raised Filipino in a way that my mom made the rice, and I really like to make it this way. So I have dogs in the kitchen. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you guys, I also made some steamed broccoli, baked broccoli with sea salt and olive oil. And then now I'm just gonna quickly start the pan, and I'll show you what I do. I make enough rice. Okay, babe, when will this start? Won't start.
It's so hot, you just gotta try.
No, this one. All right, we're cooking live. I can't get my oven to start, so maybe we'll get a lighter. He'll get us a lighter. Oh, it might be wet because it is wet because I put some stuff on there earlier. But I'm gonna show you guys how I make my rice. I already poured out the stuff, the goods. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Oh, Rodney's on here. Brother Rodney's on. Hi, guys. Thanks for watching our little mess, but this is how we're rolling. And Bo's going to get a lighter or a match to light the stove real quick. This doesn't really ever happen, but I had water on there earlier. So a lot of you guys may want to cook with ghee. Thanks, babe. Like we talked about on the Facebook Live from earlier. But tonight, I'm looking for, here we go. I'm using butter because I know that my kids will not really like rice with ghee in it. So I put a dollop of butter in the pan. I'm making the rice right now. It's not a ton. I don't know, that much. I don't really measure, so it's kind of hard. I just like to get the bottom of the pan a little bit lacquered. And for every cup of rice, I add 2 cups of water. But the way that I do this is 1 cup of rice. I'm waiting for the butter to melt a little bit. And the way I do it is I toast the rice a tiny bit first. I know you guys all clean yours and get all the stuff off. It's not what I do. I don't clean it. I just take it straight from the bag and I put it into the saucepan with butter in it. And tonight I'm going to do 2 cups because tomorrow, if I have leftovers, I can do vegetable fried rice for lunch. And I love to do that with a fried egg on top. If there isn't any tuna left, which that might not happen because Jazz came over tonight. There might not be any tuna. So now, I put the rice in there and the butter's on the bottom. And I'm just getting it to kind of get covered by the butter. Sorry about, we're family time here, guys, so you're hearing it live. Lower my fire a tiny bit. So you could kind of start to see that some of these are changing color. They're clear, but as they start to go to a different kind of white, that is when I add the water. And it's going to make a really, really loud noise because the pan is hot. When you add water to a hot pan, that's what happens. Meanwhile, my tuna patties are cooking. My broccoli is done. My pickled carrots are ready. I bought, have you guys ever tried this? Mother-in-law's kimchee. I know it's backwards, but it's mother-in-law's kimchee. I got it at Sid's. So excited to have that. While I'm waiting for this rice to cook a little bit, you don't want to get it too, there we go, charred. Another thing that I love, and I know Malia's on here, we add this to everything, eat and shake. And to my pickled carrots, it's got sesames and seaweed and all sorts of good stuff, and I add that to my pickled carrots right at the end before serving. Anyhow, so the rice has been getting a little toasty and starting to change colors and getting a little bit white. So prior to this Zoom or Facebook, I already poured the water just so that we could be ready to roll. So I'm going to lower my fire a tiny bit. And what I've got in here, remember for 1 cup of rice, you're going to add 2 cups of water. So I did 2 cups of rice, so I'm adding 4 cups of water. This has already been pre-measured. This is 2 cups of water is going to go in. And another 2 cups of water going in. I turn up my fire as high as I can get it. And now you can kind of see I added the rice, and there's I added the water to the rice. And I'm gonna bring the water to a full roaring boil without a lid on. You bring it all the way to a rolling boil until the water fully subsides and it's just laying and bubbling on top of the rice. You lower the fire all the way down to lowest as possible as soon as you see that water is subsided, and you put a lid on top of it and you set your timer for like 5 minutes. And that's how I make my homemade rice here at the house. I have plenty of electronics that I could use to make it, but this is how I like to make it. So tuna patties, steamed rice, baked broccoli, and pickled carrots. And that is our dinner tonight. Thanks for joining. If you have any recipes to add or any other things that you would like to make and share with all of us at home today, I think it's time for all of us to bring in the positivity and the goodness and show what we're all doing and create community here online. So much love to you all. Thank you for watching, and I have to do be on my company call in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna eat and enjoy and then work from home. All right, lots of love. Bye guys.